Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is Banana Luck here. So today I'll be reviewing the game Watcher of Realms. It's a gacha tower defense game. So it's the first ever gacha game that I've ever played. So I'll probably give some insights into whether it's free to play friendly, as well as my progression so far, and whether I feel like, I'll be playing this game for a long time. So without further ado, let's get into it. So in terms of progress so far, I think I've pretty much cleared most of the storyline. So I finished normal mode I think 2 weeks back, and I'm one stage away from completing hard mode, and then there's expert mode which I'm more than halfway through. So in case you're wondering, all these modes are more or less the same in terms of the units you face, but they just get harder in terms of criteria that they set. So like for expert, for example, you can see that you can only place down 6 units. So that's a lot tougher than, the normal mode. And what this game is all about, it's basically, tower defense. So I'll just go into one of the easier modes and you can just have a look. So all you do is place down units, and make sure that you don't let them hit the crystal. And you have many different kinds of units and, limited tiles. And that ended really quickly because, I I placed like endgame units. Like these are my strongest units. So yeah, they're gonna clear that with ease. And yeah, you have to make sure that you clear 3 stars, before you can progress on to the next chapter most of the time, because you'll want to maximize the rewards that you get on top. So as a free-to-play player, I think that I've made it quite far. And sorry, I don't think I should call myself free-to-play because I did buy this stamina pack. As you see, I have 18 days left, but I bought it only because I wanted to level up my heroes faster, because everything that you do in this game takes stamina, and I was trying to do one of the EXP raids faster so that I can upgrade my heroes. So that's the blocker that I face. But if you're really free to play, you don't want to spend any money, it's just gonna take longer for you to get to where I am in like a month's time. But I think that's alright, because you shouldn't be playing this game 24/7 as well. And I think like with all gacha games, there's some luck involved. So if you go ahead to see my total summons, I have 725 in. And if you just look at all my heroes, I have 11 legendary units actually. One of them was awakened, so it's like a duplicate copy, and then you upgrade him. So essentially I have 10, because Volca over here it's given by the game for free, as long as you clear the story mode, which I can't show you guys anymore because I did it. So I will say that I'm pretty lucky getting about, 10, or rather 1 legendary per 70 summons, but I can't say the same about other people. So if you just take a look, if you're not familiar with gacha games, the rates are normally absolutely low from what I understand. So this is like 0.5% chance for a legendary unit, and for the epic units it's like a 8% chance. So if you're unlucky, there is this PT timer though. So it's like after 200 units that you have summoned, you've gotten no legendary heroes, this PT timer will kick in and it will increase the chance by 5% for every unit that you summon. So essentially, you're bound to get a legendary hero every 220 summons. But as you can see, in 1 month of playing, I've only summoned like 720 times. So you probably do not want to hit that PT timer or too much. But there is an upside to this. So there are events in this game every Friday, or rather it runs through the weekend. So if you go other events, you can see that this week we have this Invocation of Spirits limited rate up. In a nutshell, it just means that the rates of getting a legendary unit is higher, so it goes up by 2 times. And you can see that if it goes up by 2 times, that's essentially 1% to get any of these units. And I'm pretty lucky because I got Torador, which is like 0.08% chance to get him, and you can see that I put him here last week, so I'll consider myself pretty lucky so far. And I know there are people that complain that, they've only gotten epic units so far. I did hit that block in my third week where I was really tempted to like spend more, but I managed to, power through it, and my PT summon gave me Silas, which advanced me quite a bit in my game. So yeah, I think if you are free to play, just make sure that you summon only during this 2x events. And make sure you don't confuse that with this 10x events. So like every time when they release new heroes, they tend to increase the chance by 10x. But don't be mistaken, this does not mean that, you're like 5%, you have a 5% chance to get a legendary unit. It just means that if you do pull a legendary unit, it is 10 times more likely that you'll get Captain Rifts. So for example, if it's like, I don't know, 25 units here, so everyone you get a 4% chance of receiving, but Captain Rifts will have a 40% chance, for example. I know the math doesn't add up, but I think you get a point. So just make sure that you only summon during these 2x events if you're free to play. And I believe if you're a new player, they actually give you this 2x event for the first 3 days. And you do get quite a lot of crystals at the start when you're playing, because as you clear through the campaign, like you see here, you get rubies and summoning crystals along the way. So that's how I pretty much have been getting my summons. So there might be a blocker in the end game where there are lesser campaigns for me to clear, but there are like guild bosses and also this Void Reef which came out like last week, so there's still a lot more content for me to clear even though it's free to play. And I think the game developers have been doing a good job in terms of keeping up to the pace, especially for the whales that are spending a lot of money just to get through all these campaigns quickly. And I always see them in the arena, which is where you can like PvP with other players, see who can clear the quick waves a lot faster. So yeah, I think that's it for my review. So I'll probably do another upload during the 2x summoning event this week, so fingers crossed that I'll be lucky then. But until then, see you guys in the next video.